I'ma come a little different. But I tell them, free real, start federal. Hey, let's get it. Let go, let go, let go.
25, baby, New Year's Eve.
Yes,
right
sir.
now, recording is still 2024, but by the time y'all watch it, it's a new year. So happy New Year, my
Yes,
brother.
sir. Yes, sir.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year,
Year,
dog.
man.
Happy New Year. Anybody watching it? 2025, just another day to get better, man.
Another day, bro. With that, I feel like we at least have to look at 2024 real quick,
Yeah.
and we're going to jump right in, bro.
What's that?
Top 3 moments for each of us
Okay.
from this past year. And it can be personal, it can be anything you want. Just your favorite moments when you look back on this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got, bro?
Yeah, 2024 was dope. I mean, I graduated college like the last couple weeks of 2023. So 2024 started rolling, worked up at Rome Athletics up in Northwest Georgia outside of Atlanta. That was a cool experience. So after that my brother graduated high school in May, and that was dope, man, to getting to see brother, get an accomplishment that is objectively cool. You know what I'm saying? Getting a degree or diploma, that's an awesome accomplishment and milestone to get across. So seeing him get that experience and earn it, and have his homies and get awards and all that stuff, that was the first moment that comes to mind. Obviously, Charleston Southern University blessed me with the opportunity to come enhance, some of their athletic programs. So I got that opportunity in late April, early May. Started up here in June, and it's been rolling and rocking ever since. So shout out to Charleston Southern, shout out to God for putting that piece of the puzzle on my path and giving me the strength to capitalize on it and do some good things already. So yeah, so definitely brother graduating high school, CSU go Bucks, and I think the third moment happened pretty recent whenever we played Georgia a couple weeks ago, a men's basketball game, getting to see Davo pull up, getting to see my pops and Mitzi pull up, getting to see, just some people in the building that unexpectedly, just people from college that was back home in Athens, or, yada yada, just getting to see some familiar faces in the building. While I was not only operating, my brother came to a volleyball game and got to see me operate a little bit up here, but just being at an SEC stage and making it look good and doing what I do, getting to do that in front of some family members was pretty special and dope. And I was in the Christmas spirit, so just add a little cherry on top. But yeah, so brother, CSU, Georgia game, that's a solid and not too thorough but smooth top 3.
Nah, bro, that's trim. That's trim.
Trim.
I mean, shoot, UGA's up there for me.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was thinking about this, I had to really take a second because I did a lot more than I realized this year. So it was kind of tough to narrow down. But, bro, number one had to be the half-court buzzer beater I got to call. Georgia Southern, Taryn Ward. Hooks it up. I'll probably add the call.
No timeouts. Here we go. This is it. Love Hill, quick drive to the basket, dumps it up, Ward got it! Ward ties it up, 66-66. That is clutch, are you kidding me? And now it's stolen away. Ward throws it up, bang, it's good! Oh my goodness! Georgia Southern's gonna win the basketball game! Taryn Ward heaved it up on a prayer!
I mean, man, you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Broadcasting is what I love to do. And I always dreamed about getting to call that exact kind of moment. You're not going to find it every day. Bro, that was awesome.
Fire.
Number 2 has to be, it's family oriented. My brother pulled up to Capital One Arena to do a show. And I was here in Harrisonburg at the time, so I was not far at all from DC.
Right.
So I got to go with him, hang out before the concert, and then be backstage while he performed.
Dope.
Just super surreal.
For sure.
Just a holy crap moment. So to get to spend time with him and then just be a part of it was super dope. That's number 2. And then number 3, man, similar to you with CSU, is kind of just the way things unfolded for me getting to JMU, because it started with me being in Montana.
Yeah.
I prayed about it and I was like, God, what do you want me to do here? He told me to go. So I go to Montana, and maybe 3 days in, it was very quick.
Yeah.
I got the call while I was out there that I got the job here at JMU. So just that kind of process of being literally on the opposite side of the country.
Right.
Still getting to broadcast, also just feeling like I was doing what God called me to do.
Right.
And then things unfolded here.
That's awesome.
It was just such a surreal transition. You know, like we graduate, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do, and things just kind of unfolded left and right. Yeah, bro, it was a good year. It was a good year, and those 3 moments are super special. Super special, man.
For sure.
Loved it. Shoot, we look at it, bro. We'll stay on the topic of 2024 real quick. We'll go on the sports side. The first ever Lunch Table Podcast Awards, bro. We got to give them out. Let's start with the biggest flop. Now, this can be, when I say flop, this can be anything that was just a letdown. Maybe it's just a blown lead. Maybe it's a bad season. A player that underperformed.
Right.
Yeah, bro. What you got?
I don't know. I'm going to let you handle the first answer on this, John, just because I know you probably got a smooth one off the head, and maybe if you say something, it'll trigger one from me.
When I was first thinking about this, there really wasn't one that came to mind to start.
Right.
But low-key, bro, and this is definitely not the biggest letdown of 2024 in totality of sports, and I understand that. But I think Kirk Cousins and the Falcons. You signed a dude for a whole lot of money for 4 years, and not even after the end of 1 year, dude already gets benched and is going to get cut, most likely at least.
Yeah.
That's a
great
pretty
answer.
Big letdown.
That's a great answer. Yeah, the way the front office handled that whole quarterback situation was questionable at best.
So I hate to do it to Kirk. I know he's a good family man, but hey, he's still getting an award, bro. That's all that matters.
Hey,
Biggest letdown, the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins.
That's what's up. That's a great one. That's a great one for sure.
I know Atlanta fans are bro, it's just so funny. It's just so funny. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen the whole time.
Really?
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Kurt. All right, bro. Let's go to something more positive. Toughest celly.
Okay.
This can be any sport. Toughest celebration. You got anything, or you want me to carry this one?
You carry this one. I'm thinking a little bit, but I'm sure you got a good answer for it.
So this one is super, super recent, and honestly is why I even thought about this topic / award. Give me the Minnesota Vikings pulling out the High School Musical celebration.
There you go.
Bro, that was tough. I loved it.
It is tough.
I don't know that you'll ever see a group of NFL players dancing to High School Musical
that's
ever again.
That's a good one.
I just don't know that you're going to find it.
Yeah, that's smooth. I like that one. Shout out High School Musical.
Shout out HSM, man. All right, bro. Third award, coldest moment.
Coldest moment. It's easy for me, man. I think back to, I guess it was August, maybe July. Steph Curry against France, man. You know, I think the way Curry played in that game, somebody could not know Curry. Somebody could not know basketball. Somebody could not know the Olympics. Whatever. If you sit them down in front of that TV and they watch the end of that game, and when Curry takes over, they know they watching greatness. You know what I'm saying? So that was one where I remember, because that's just a big stage. I mean, of course, if he does that in the NBA Finals, you know, that gets consideration for this award. If he does that, you know, in March Madness, consideration, in Super Bowl, whatever. But the fact that it was the Olympics, and not only the Olympics, we've talked about it in previous episodes of just how special that moment was time-wise, you know, with LeBron and KD and Curry. And you're playing a France team that's at home in Paris with a Wembanyama, you know what I'm saying, with Evan Fournier, you know, with some real deal ballers, man. So, and it was a great game, phenomenal game. And so for Curry in his first Olympics to take over like that, man, it felt like, you know, you was watching the Avengers Assemble, man. It was Captain America and everybody just, you know, making it happen. So, yeah, I think for me, that's my vote for coldest moment.
No, and we're definitely going to go with that. I will throw this out just because this was on my mind. Max Holloway with 1 second left, knocking out.
That was crazy too.
I have to. That's an honorable mention. Like it gets honorable mention for it. But holy crap, bro!
That's the toughest honorable mention ever. Like that's fire.
I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm fairly new to UFC compared to a
Right.
lot of fans, but I mean that's the greatest UFC moment of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
That jump's crazy. But
that's tough.
no, I like the Steph answer. I mean that
Yeah.
dude, just everything about
that moment, bro.
That moment, the season itself, and the team.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to see those dudes together most likely ever again.
No.
So, nah, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Last one. Breakout star.
Breakout star. Okay, well, I'll start. First off, he's playing right now. It's New Year's Eve evening right now where it's halftime of the college football playoff matchup. The guy's, playing right now for a certain team. I think this guy, he obviously won the fan vote for the Heisman, so people, are a fan of him. Obviously, shout out Travis Hunter, Georgia boy. Get right with your girl, dog. But, so my vote for breakout star of the year is a junior running back up in Idaho, man. Boise State's Ashton Jeanty. I think he's the breakout, man. I think he goes from I didn't know his name 366 days ago, and now he's a very very close second for the Heisman Award at a Mountain West school, man. That's that's different. All his stats and accolades. I don't you can get into them, but everybody knows that name now, and that's what breakout is kind of defined as. So that's my vote for the breakout, John.
I'm with you. I 100%. This dude, I don't know. I don't remember what the number is exactly. It's like 128, I think, from breaking the all-time record. Now, I know there's a little bit of nuance with the whole bowl game thing, but what the dude has done is absolutely insane.
Crazy.
I didn't know his name 160 days ago.
Right, facts.
Most of the country didn't know this dude's name.
Facts.
And to do it at Boise State. It's not like Jeanty is with Alabama or Georgia.
Right.
He's at a Group of 5 school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let that sink in.
Yeah.
He's not with Georgia. He's not with Texas.
Right.
He's with relatively a small school.
Right.
And to do what he did, man, it's special. So Ashton Jeanty, man, 2024 breakout player of the year. I don't know that I should open this up for conversation because we could probably go on for a while about it. But I do want to put it out here. I do think Travis Hunter rightfully won the Heisman.
Yeah, I think, I'll say I was not mad that he won the Heisman at all. You know what I'm saying? I think because it's one thing where, how do I say this? I don't think playing both ways itself should, earn that level of an award, but he's an elite ball player on both sides of the ball at a Big 12 school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's, Travis is a dog, man. It's like, and Jeanty, when I say it, he's a close second, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a close second. I obviously think, like you talked about with the Alabama, Georgia versus Boise State. Obviously, if you reverse that scenario and he does play for an Alabama and puts up those numbers, I think he's the Heisman for sure. I think being at a Group of 5 school and people putting the Group of 5 competition kind of title over it and stained it a little bit for some voters, I suppose. But like you said, man, Travis is a dog. He played well on both sides of the football. He's going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL potentially. He just kind of checks all the boxes. Checks boxes that nobody's checked in a long, long, long time for that award. So I wasn't mad at all that Travis won the award. No, for sure.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we'd agree, but I'm 100% with you. I wanted Hunter to win it. I felt like he should have.
Right.
But I was telling people, if Jeanty wins it, I 100% understand. And I don't feel like Travis Hunter got robbed.
Right.
I don't feel like Jeanty got robbed.
Right.
Hunter was truly top 5 DB in the country, close to top 5 receiver, maybe a bit lower than that.
Exactly.
But he was very, very, very good at both positions.
Exactly. So I think, exactly. You get that out of one player at a Power 5. That's it's got to get it done.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's flip the page.
All right.
2025. We're gonna play a little game of this or that.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you essentially two options, and it
Okay.
has to do with what's going to come up this year and your predictions.
Bet.
We're going to start, of course, with the movies. I mean, it's not a lunch table podcast if we don't bring up movies.
Right.
There's a lot of good movies actually coming
For
out.
sure.
Should be good movies, I should say.
Yeah, for sure.
This upcoming year, I could have chosen a lot of different ones, and I
No,
know I
you
left
fit.
out your favorite series in Jurassic World.
Yeah.
This, I feel kind of bad about it.
No, that's true.
But Superman or the Michael Jackson biopic
Right. When you
those
sent
coming out this year.
when you sent me the that question, my brain immediately was like, "Oh, Superman." But then I was like, "Hold on, let me step back." Because how do I say this? I mean, my answer, I'm gonna say, I guess I still haven't decided on my answer. It's like the movie that I think I'm more interested to see is Michael Jackson because I think that has potential to be a classic, unique film. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Superman, obviously, same thing. It has potential to be very well done. Obviously, the new kind of leadership and directors over at DC, I have a little more faith in that movie than I would have, 3, 4, 5 years ago. But like I said, it's still new leadership and new directors, so they haven't fully earned my confidence that Superman's going to be a fantastic classic movie. They still got to earn that kind of reputation with me, at least. So I think Superman may be the bigger film. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it'll be the bigger film, and I'm obviously, if they do it exceptionally well, it has potential to be my favorite movie of the year. But I'm very intrigued to see the Michael Jackson John because it's so unique. You know what I'm saying? There's not a that's the Michael Jackson movie, and he's such a legend that there's other superheroes. There's not another Michael Jackson.
Yep.
So I think that has potential. Like I said, if it's done correctly, I'm very, very interested to see how classic that biopic can be. So let me not give you the political and give you reasons for both. Let me give you an answer. This or that. Give me Superman. I'll take
Superman.
Yeah.
Okay. Very similar train of thought from me when I juggle these two. Superman will most likely be the better film.
Okay.
I think. Now, I like what you said about DC. There's still, we don't know. They've done a pretty good job with the new leadership, but it's too early to tell.
I don't have enough proof to
Exactly.
objectively say that. Yeah.
But it's Superman.
Right.
And I mean, if they can stay on par with what they've started to do, that means it's going to be a great movie.
For sure.
My heart says the Michael Jackson biopic.
Okay.
Because, like you said, it's just so interesting, man. Like, that dude, of course, he's one of the biggest music stars of all time, but his life in general is just so nuanced. There's so many different things about it that are going on. And what gave me a bit more confidence, because it is a biopic, was I saw I'm blanking on exactly who it was, but it's somebody related to him. Maybe his niece.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhat close to him, family-wise, that's kind of like taking the reins of the direction of the movie, at least from what I saw.
Right.
Which tells me that it should be very, very on point of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Without getting into too much, there's a lot of stuff floating around about him.
Gotcha.
We're at least going to get a very close and inside look at somebody that I think fairly say is reliable to trust about his life.
For sure.
That's what I was worried about, but after seeing it, gives me confidence.
For sure. I got you.
But it's a biopic. Movies like Elvis, people loved it and people hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So my heart, and I'm going to go with Michael Jackson. That's my answer. But I do think Superman is going to be gas.
Good. I hope it is.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
DC better not fumble, man.
For sure.
They just better not fumble, and I don't think they will.
I think it's too big of a title for them to get too off the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they'll try to do it justice.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if this is off the wall, but our next this or that is related to music,
Okay.
and it's who will have the better album in 2025. Will it be Lil Baby
Okay.
or a complete opposite kind of genre in Joe Jonas? I brought these two up because Lil Baby, people are probably going to disagree with me if they, listen to rap a lot when I say this. I think Lil Baby's fallen off a lot, at least given what he was at a few years ago.
Right. Yeah,
Joe Jonas is kind of in that space where a lot of people are really love that kind of music more than they ever have, and I don't think he's dropped anything in a long time.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like two different.
Yeah,
it's two opposites coming together.
Sure.
So that was the thought process. What you think?
Lil Baby and Joe Jonas. Well, I mean, first off, great question, Dave. I think we're probably the only podcast in existence right now that's asking that question. Joe Jonas versus Lil Baby. Shout out to Joe Jonas. Shout out Camp Rock. Shout out the Jonas Brothers. Shout out Camp Rock 2. You know what I'm saying? But
Camp Rock 3.
Yeah, but so guys, my name's Chase Beckham. I'm never gonna hop on this podcast and pick Joe Jonas over Lil Baby. So give me Lil Baby. Obviously, the iron is not as hot for Lil Baby as it was a couple years ago. Yada yada yada. There's not been as many big hits for my guy, but yeah, I think the album drops January 3. So I'll probably be up in Virginia. I'll probably be around you. I'm coming to Virginia at the end of this week. I'll holler. We'll talk. We got conference game up there. But yeah, so I'll be up in Davos State, and you know exactly what album is going to be bumping through the beat solos, and that's going to be that Lil Baby. So yeah, shout out Joe Jonas. I'm sure your music is great, but I'm just I don't tap in with it, but I'm a Georgia boy and I like rap music, so I'm going with Baby.
And I knew what your answer would be
Yeah.
when I tapped in the question. There was no doubt in my mind. I think Joe Jonas, from a numbers perspective, will definitely do much better than Lil Baby's album. That's my analytical in the music space. Who will do better? I think it'll be Joe Jonas.
Gotcha.
As a rap fan, and like you said, a Georgia boy, Lil Baby, he's like, it's his uncle, or it might even be his dad. Bro, he's from, I believe it's Waycross.
Oh, really?
It's something like that. My dad was telling me.
That's tough.
Anyways, that's a complete side note. If you're from the Brunswick area,
you
know exactly where Waycross is, or just the South Georgia area in general.
Shout out to Tulane, man.
Anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. I just hope Lil Baby drops something that whams, man.
Ooh, that's the name of the album.
I know. You see what I did?
I did. You said it so smooth. I was like, did he not know what he just did? Yeah. No, that's.
But on a real note, though, like truthfully, that dude was at the top.
Yeah.
And he kind of got repetitive. I feel like he just lost any creativity.
Yep.
I'm just hoping it's something unique. We know he's gonna have horror music.
Right.
And I know that his style is like not unique, quote unquote.
Right.
But I just want to hear a sound that's a bit different. Enough for me to be like, huh.
Right.
Like that's changed a little bit.
I think that's how I think that's what I expect from it, at least. I expect it to be a evolved Lil Baby sound. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be the same as the previous album, but I don't think I'd go as far as say it's gonna be a unique project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Lil Baby, I should say. He's probably a better way to put it.
But there's gonna be some, on every Lil Baby album, there's some songs that you're like, this different. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a real cut. Like so I expect that. And like I said, man, if Baby he'll probably give us about 20 songs.
Yeah.
I'll save about 12 of them Johns. I'm good. Like it's just like I'm good. Yeah, I think it'll be dope. I saw the track list. I need to look back at it and see some of the favorite. I'm sure Rilo Rodriguez will be on.
Because that junk comes out in January. So.
It comes out in like 3 days.
Wait, what?
It comes out.
I didn't see that. I just saw that it comes out in the month of January.
It comes out like January 3rd, bro.
Bro, we might have to do a freaking
listening party. Hold on. That's a first. Hey,
Hey, bro.
I wouldn't be mad. Well, I'll be on that road. I ain't gonna be mad. I'll post up at the hotel with the beats on. Be ready.
Bro, we might have to.
That'd be
Dude,
tough.
I'm so down. That
We can
would be-
start doing album reactions in 25. That's crazy.
Hey, bro,
That would be tough.
oh my gosh. I can't believe that we just put Joe Jonas and Lil Baby in the same
Yeah,
breath, but I love it. I love that we did.
you're right. That's dope.
It's what you get, man. The lunch table. We're covering
Absolutely, bro.
everything.
Get your fruits and your veggies, man, at the lunch table.
All right, man. Last one. We're going to stay with Atlanta. Who has the better season in 2025?
Okay.
Is it the Atlanta Falcons or is it the Atlanta Hawks?
Gotcha. So when you say better season, you mean like record win percentage?
It doesn't necessarily have to be to the T.
Right,
record,
right. Just strictly
but,
that.
but better season in the sense of maybe the Hawks get to the second round of the playoffs and the Falcons
Gotcha.
don't make. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Right,
make.
right.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me this question 3 weeks ago, I'd say the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like the way they were heading a little bit. My answer is going to be the Hawks, though. I mean,
Okay.
I think the Falcons obviously were on pace to be a very solid playoff team this year. I don't. Are they completely out of the playoffs now? Is it pretty? That
The
loss this.
Falcons.
I
Oh, you
think.
talking about
I think the loss last week kind of solidified they're out, right?
the Falcons are out. Falcons are
Okay,
out.
yeah, yeah. So the fact that they just went from, you know, potentially successful playoff team, Kirk Cousins is doing his thing, you got a first round draft pick behind him at QB, yada yada yada, to no playoffs. You're cutting a guy that you're giving $1 billion, $1 trillion. Penix is getting thrown into not the fire. He's been around all season, but he's getting thrown into a winning situation as a rookie QB. I think that's kind of gone downhill rather quickly. So with the Hawks, I don't think the Hawks are. I think the ceiling for the Hawks is a lot lower than the Falcons, but
Okay.
but I have a little more optimism that they can kind of make some good moves. And I don't know if they're a deep run playoff team, but I just feel like the Falcons right now are in a real, vulnerable and scary situation, and I don't think the Hawks are that down bad right now. So I'm gonna go Hawks.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going Falcons, and
Good.
I feel pretty confident in this answer. I'll start with the Hawks. They have a lot of great young talent. And you look at the roster and you say, man, like that's a solid core. You got Jalen Johnson, you got Trey Young, you got Onyeka Okongwu, you got Clint Capella, you got Bogdanovich.
Right, yeah.
You got dudes. Here's my issue with the Hawks. If they haven't been able to do it now, when will they ever do it?
They got to make
And I
some
say
moves.
that because I don't think, and this isn't a knock on any of the players, I think they're really good. I don't think any of them are going to be that much better than what we are. I don't think Trey Young, especially, will be that much better than what he's at now. Jalen Johnson might have the biggest ceiling of any of them, but even him, I don't know that he's that much better
Yeah.
than what he's at. So I think the Hawks are, in a weird way, kind of at their peak talent-wise, unless they, of course, get some additions.
Right.
I don't think they will.
Right.
With the Falcons, to be honest with you, I think Michael Penix is deep in the fire because the expectations for this team is not to go 8-8. It's to win the NFC South.
Yep.
It's to win it convincingly.
Yep.
And it's to have a team that can at least compete for an NFC championship. The Super Bowl is not the expectation. I know that.
Right.
I do think people expect them to have a team good enough for the NFC championship. For Michael Penix, because he's older, I think a lot of people are looking at him saying, if you're not good this year, we don't want you. Now maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. But I feel like he's just in a different space than most guys that are going to be stepping into their second year.
Right.
But I like Penix. I
Yeah.
like this Falcons team. And I really do think that they're going to get it figured out, and they are going to be one of the best or close to in the NFC because they're one of the most talented teams in the NFL when you look at it.
Yeah.
The only hole they have is at the QB position.
Yep.
And I do think Penix is good enough, especially if he improves at a high rate in the offseason, to take the talent around him and be a solid team.
Yeah.
Now, I could be very wrong.
No, but that's
opinion, but I like the Falcons.
I'm about to say, no, I completely agree with the fact of, like, on paper, the Falcons are set up for much more success than the Hawks. I completely agree, for sure.
Yeah. Maybe I'm dogging the Hawks too much, too.
No, they don't give us much reason to celebrate. So yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, if you haven't done it now, when will you?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Especially with Trae Young.
Absolutely. Trae Young, cool player. I love watching Trae Young. Is solid, but no, Trae Young's he's not the go-to option on a competitive playoff team. You know, and, when I say competitive, I mean like you're supposed to win a series type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he's not. And he's, like I said, phenomenal player, all-star level player. But that's the ceiling, you know, and that's a cool ceiling for a player. But that's not going to get it done in today's NBA.
Especially now. Well, Jalen Johnson is kind of in that all-star tier now, but
right.
Especially not when you don't have a dude next to you. That you don't have a Paul George. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that dude that can get a bucket next to you.
Right.
But so no, I feel that. Man, let's take a deep breath, take a chill pill on the sports.
Yep.
I don't know if this is cheesy. I know a lot of people talk about New Year's resolutions, but we stepping into a new year. I know that I've been thinking about it. Do you have any goals you got to focus on this new year? Because again, like I know that I do, and I was curious. Is that something you put any thought into, or if it's kind of just like, whatever?
I would say, my I don't call them resolutions or anything.
Yeah.
You know, you don't either, I know, but just like for me, the calendar doesn't dictate how I'm operating. You know, if I want to get something done on September 17th, on a Monday at 8 a.m., that's just what it is. I don't need to wait till January 1st. So it's just. But as far as goals, for sure, you know what I'm saying? That's just life goals. I think obviously, you can start with spiritually, you know what I'm saying, the highest level. I think, you know what I'm saying, talking to, talk to God daily, but, just because you're talking to God, talk to God in some depth, you know what I'm saying? We're both, Christ followers and believers, and, that's the ultimate commitment is to God. I could get rid of every possession and every person I know if I just get to rock with God. So I think just trying to be, even though I communicate daily with them, just try to walk in that as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be you print out a Bible verse and go hand it to somebody on the street. It can be you embody certain characteristics, of the faith more. You know what I'm saying? Try to exemplify that through your actions more and your words, if somebody is open to that conversation. So I think just trying to continue, the communication in prayer daily as much as possible and with some depth to it, not just surface level, because that's God already knows everything about you, so you might as well get some depth into it. So I think just spiritually trying to be as active as possible. Davo and I are both locked in career wise, locked in family wise. We got a group of social folks that we always tap in with, but just trying to be as intentional and be just as active on the spiritual side. So I think as far as that, that's not a goal that you can track, you can measure. I don't really do measurables when it comes
that's
to.
The best one to have.
It's like, but when I go in the spiritual bag, I don't really get analytical with it. It's all, it's all feelings and it's all different stages of growth. So I'll start with spiritual in the highest level. I think the next level being family. You know what I'm saying? I think family, I not a pat on the back, but I try to do a very good job of, not only, same thing, communicating with family, but, checking in on a deep level. I called grandma earlier today and, I could have said, hey, grandma, happy new year, da-da-da, like, hope you good. Boom. Nah, I'm sitting there, grandma, I know you was sick a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? What medicine you taking? How you feeling? Da-da-da, like, all the things. just trying to tap in with family as much as possible. I think I do a decent job at that. But just, continue a goal doesn't always have to be growth. A goal can be continuation of, what you're of the discipline you're already on. Because, it's just because you're already doing it doesn't mean it's easy, so to kind of remind yourself, something you're doing takes some thought, so just keep thinking. So yeah, tapping in with family as much as possible, man. Devo and I get on the road, we get busy, and we got to take time for ourselves too. So, once you get done with the career stuff and the spiritual stuff and the personal stuff, there's sometimes not a lot of energy for the fam, but got to have some discipline and lock in and make sure your people good if you got them. So, I think family, that's kind of the vibe I'm on. I guess I could go career next. I spend a lot of time in that. I think just obviously, I'm year one at CSU. I'm still, figuring out the waters and the blueprint and the X's and O's. But I think, just not taking any days for granted. I think if there's 7 days in a week, a lot of people like to work for 5 and chill for 2. Some weeks I might go hard for 7. You know what I'm saying? Some weeks I might run myself into the ground and need to go 3 and take 4 smooth. So it's just like but just not taking a day for granted. If you got an idea and you can get it done that day, why not lock in and do it? I love my job, so why not? If I love it, it shouldn't be too hard to lock in and do something you love, right? So, so yeah, I think just try not to take any days for granted. If you can get it done on Tuesday, don't say, "Oh, I'll do that Friday." Just get it done on Tuesday. Why not? And I need to, I try to be good at that, but that's something recently I've tried to kind of remind myself is just because you can wait a week to knock something out, go ahead and prep it today, and just make life a little bit easier. And, preparation solves a lot of problems. So I think that's kind of the vibe I'm on career wise. Nothing too analytical. Just trying to, because I feel like on paper, Davo and I are doing pretty smooth. So, I get past the analytical part and try to get into, the conceptual bag. So I think that's career wise. But yeah, man, I mean, as the podcast, we posted an episode a day or two ago. We already recording another one. So, I'm not going to, jinx nothing and say that we on a roll like butter at Roadhouse, but, we smooth. So I think just, continuing the consistency of the podcast. And, like I said, Davo and I, we talk all the time, but why not hop in front of a camera and, talk about sports, talk about movies, talk about whatever we want. So yeah, just continue consistency, man. I think preparation and consistency are two of the best habits one can have, especially when it comes to work. So just all of that continue.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. When you said goals don't always have to be growth, they can be continuation. That's a bar, dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I never think about it like that.
Right.
I'm
I didn't
always
either till
thinking,
just
like,
now.
how can I get better?
Right.
Not like, oh man, what did I do really good that I just need to keep doing?
Right.
Like, not putting so much pressure on myself. Nah, bro, that was trim, as they say.
I might have a verse on Baby album. You know what I'm saying? It's we can ghostwrite something.
Man, shoot, that'd be crazy.
So what's your goals, brother? Let me know.
Dude, I mean, honestly, like I brought this topic up because low key, man, I think God just put it on my heart of like kind of evaluating where I'm at and where I want to be. So, like you, I'm not super analytical about this, but I did feel like it was important for me to look at. And man, number one, most important, not in like a pressure way or like a self-righteous way, but I want to read the full Bible. Like, it's something that, honestly, man, I was reading in, I think it was Matthew yesterday, and Jesus mentions the scriptures a lot. His scriptures being like the Old Testament. And to be honest, like I'm really guilty of just kind of ignoring the Old Testament. Like I don't read a lot of stuff in it. So I was like, man, if Jesus mentions this, and not only mentions it, but brings it up a lot,
Right.
maybe I should be reading it too.
Right.
So man, it was just kind of cool for like God to say, hey, like dive in more.
Right.
Again, not in a I know more kind of way,
Nah.
but like let me open this thing up
Mm-hmm.
and just sit in it. Like God, show me what this passage means.
Right.
So yeah, bro, that is my most important goal.
Right.
And obviously that's something that I can track. I can see if
Right.
I'm doing. And then I think the other one, this is a bit more vague, but man, honestly, just taking more time to slow down with God and with people. First and foremost with God, but just in life, I think I'm so quick, and a lot of people are so quick to just going, and there's a time and place for that. I think that like it's necessary sometimes. But I think I go so fast in certain areas that I'm missing out on a lot of cool stuff.
Right.
Whether it is spiritual or maybe it's generally just like a cool thing that's going on at work.
Right.
That I'm not thinking about because I'm trying to do the next thing. Yeah, bro. So those are the main two, and I think number 3, just to kind of throw it out there and we can track it, is this podcast. Like I really enjoy it. I think it's been really dope. I mean, obviously we talk essentially every day, and we don't need this podcast to catch up.
Right.
But it's something that's making me better. I think in my field, honestly, like it's just another muscle to work. And I enjoy it. So an attainable goal, something that we can track. I want us to hit 200 subscribers by the end of June. I think that's doable.
Why not? Yeah, for sure.
200 subscribers by the end of June, and shoot, maybe we get more than that.
Right.
But just something to put out there. It ain't pressure.
No, for sure.
Yeah, man. We continuing to elevate.
Right.
But we're finally putting these episodes out, and I think now that we got a better system in place,
right, for sure,
they really finna be cut out quick.
Yeah,
bro. Those are my kind of emphasis, goals, whatever you want to call it, for 2025. But I did think it was important, at least to talk about, man.
For sure,
self-reflection's good.
For sure.
And so, yeah, man, it was on my heart, and I was like, we might as well just talk about it on the pod.
Most definitely, yeah. That's good. I'm about to say, yeah, because if we're thinking of it, somebody else could either hear it or think of it as well. So, yeah, why not let it be heard and let somebody know, that's what we're on, for sure.
Man, I know the gym finna be swamped.
Yeah, man.
In the next few months, bro. And not a bad thing. It's good. I want people to be healthier.
Right.
But I'm just prepping myself.
Right.
I'm getting benches to myself. I'm getting all these machines. It ain't gonna be like that.
It ain't gonna be like that. Just start sharing this caring, baby. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
Shoot, man, that's all I got, bro. Anything on your mind?
Nah, I'm about to say, you got any new drip in the closet? You got any new things you got on? That jacket pretty tough, twin.
Bro.
You looking real Benjamin Gates National Treasure on him right now. You know what I'm saying? you got the declaration in the back. No, you looking good.
Dude, I got this at, I think it was TJ Maxx.
Tough.
Like $15.
Tough.
Telling you, bro, like some of the coldest stuff is dirt cheap.
Yeah,
you just gotta know where to look.
Most definitely.
Nah, I might as well pull it out. One sec.
Go ahead. I don't even know what you're grabbing, so look, I'm about to be surprised with everybody else. Shout out the Marco's Pizza bag in the back of the control room.
You already know, man. I never wear this thing, but I need to.
Ooh.
Drought drip. The Black John, man.
CJ Strizzy. Most definitely.
Little something.
That's tough.
Nah, man. I be collecting jerseys left and right.
Most def.
Hey, bro, they better not let us. Shoot, we ever link up again, man? We in the same area, work wise. That memorabilia finna go crazy.
It's gonna be a boy. I think V said it in the song. Got so many clothes. I think my closet need a cash register, man. That's what I'm on right now. Yeah, no, that's tough. How about say the shoe closet getting a little deep after Christmas, boy. You already know.
Mine ain't, but yours is, bro.
You know that, John. I got some on right now that I.
Dude, what are they?
The pick that I got on these daggum Vomero 5s, man. I done got 3 pair of these in the past month. Right, we got the Johnskis right now.
Those are the yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I call them the Rosies. They're the rose gold with a little chocolate brown on it. It's
bruh. You know what I just thought about?
Yeah.
We need to do like a I don't know if it'd be like a high five segment,
Right.
but we rank sneakers or we do something shoe related, bro. That would go crazy.
That's like a John asked me the other night something about like what's my favorite shoe, and I can't remember. I remember what my see, and I'm gonna give a terrible answer if I answer it right now because it's like my immediate answer, like a shoe that like I've never owned, but I always thought looked good was like the True Blue Air Jordan 3.
Yeah.
Like those are smooth, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now we can rank sneakers because dude, I'm obviously gotten been gifted and through work and on my own time gotten some pair recently, but now that shoe knowledge used to be deep, boy. So yeah, I would not mind that on a future episode for sure.
Deeper than mine, I know that. I know that, bro.
Nothing too crazy.
Shoot, man. Hey, that wraps it up.
That's it, man.
2024. Close the book.
Yes, sir.
2025, we coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Most definitely, man.
Appreciate y'all tapping in.
Absolutely.
Episode 11, dog.
Yes, sir.
Another one, man.
That's awesome. Y'all keep showing elbow room, baby. Y'all keep showing love. New year. Don't act like it's a new year. You finna be a new you. Don't do all that, man. Be great today. Be great tomorrow. This as I'm about to go on a little, not a rant, but before we close this out, guys, just stop waiting on the green light, man. Hit a right at the left and make it, keep it pushing, man. Like it's just, I've had many sayings about the word discipline, but I said the gray area was created by people with no discipline. Because if you got discipline, it's black and white out here, man. It's like, when you just have some discipline. If you wake up and you say, man, I don't like the way I'm looking, let me go to the gym and better myself. Don't wait for, all this stuff. Like, just go out and do it, because I promise you the feeling of, oh, I should have done that. But just get it done. And, I mean, obviously, New Year's resolution, people want to work on, gym. That's a common one. But just everything, bro. If you want to, talk to God more, stop talking in your head. Close your eyes and pray. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, make it black and white, man. Let 2025 and every year that you want it to be, make it a year of consistency and discipline. And if you want to do something, obviously, if it can be done right then, why not go ahead and do it, man? Life is a complex thing to juggle. But, and I'm talking to the camera, I'm talking to myself too. So just lock in and do what you want to do. Because the green light, the light may just stay red if you just sit on there and wait on it to be green. So just bust that right, step on the gas and make it happen. So, all blessings. Talk to God, talk to your mama, comment on this video, talk to us. Shoot, I don't know. Just, just keep vibing, keep rocking and rolling, go drink some sweet tea, tell your folks you love them. That's all I got.
I mean, shoot, bro, I'll leave it with this. Look at what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about doing a podcast, and then we hit a point and just said, screw it. Like, why don't we just do it instead of thinking about it?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, same thing in life. I don't need to go on a rant because you said everything perfectly. But, man, 2025, it's a good one if you trust God. It's going to be a horrible one if you think that in your own power, you're going to be great.
I said it's a good one if you trust God, man.
Let it sink in, man. Take some time.
Don't let it go over your head, but think about the man over your head. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
I love it, bro. Jesus is Lord. Seek him, man. We out. Episode 11 done.
Ski.